All right, so we're here to talk about the cherry, the Clash Disc cherry. Now this is out of the 2023 holiday box, so these are prototypes. They are upside down. When you buy them, I promise when you buy them, they'll be right side up. They won't be upside down. This is an early review. I've thrown them a couple times just to kind of get a feel and kind of get my shoulders warmed up. I don't know the exact date they were available, but they won't be available until 2024. Now the cherry is, I've heard from other people that have been able to throw at other players that it's sort of between a berry and a peach. Now for me, a berry is a nice straight, stable disc, one that I definitely have in my bag, kind of a utility mid-range. If I throw it nice and hard, I can get it flat. If I don't quite throw it with a lot of power, then I know it's gonna get stable up on me, but it definitely gets stable at the end. Now as far as the peach for me is a stable, when I say stable, I mean straight, without a lot of fade at the end. If I throw it into a little bit of a headwind, it will turn for me, but it'll always nice, softly come back. In fact, the peach sometimes I'll use for a turnover shot that I want that nice, slow turnover and then just a nice landing at the end. So I'm curious to see what the cherry does, since a lot of people are saying it's between the berry and the peach. There's a guy out here on a unicycle. Hopefully I don't hit him. 200 points if I do. So we're throwing in a tailwind, and it's a pretty good tailwind, little Oklahoma tailwind. I would say between 10 to 12 mile an hour tailwind. Okay, I'm gonna wait. This guy's doing a circle thing and he's almost falling. So I'm gonna wait to see what he does. Yep, and he's gonna go right in front of where I was gonna throw. So good thing I stopped. Apparently he doesn't see me and he doesn't understand what disc golf is. All right, here we go. Nice and straight, good flight. Reminds me of the berry on that flight. For sure reminds me of the berry. This time I'm gonna give it a little bit more power. Okay, hopefully you can follow that one. Hopefully I can zoom in on that one. That last one, I threw it a little more power. Definitely got straighter for a longer time, for longer than normally a berry would. And it stood up, and it had a little bit of a wind bounce, but it stood up, then it had a little fade at the end. This time I'm gonna put a little bit of a hyzer release, just a tad bit. Oh, yep, caught up into, yep. All right, so that one I threw hyzer release. It stood up because of the headwind, caught the wind, a little bit of an air bounce, came back down. Just for some comparison, the peach is a 4, 5, -2, 1, and the berry is a 5, 5, -1, 1, whereas the cherry is 5, 5, -2, 1. So a little faster than the peach. I'm gonna throw it at the basket like I really want to get some distance. Definitely feels faster, a tad faster than the peach, for sure. That one got a little bit more distance out of it, just a touch more. Man, I'm gonna have to like throw it more against the berry. I'll have to do like a comparison. Like I'll have to bring a berry, a cherry, and a Gary. I have to bring my friend Gary, kidding. A berry, a cherry, and the peach to see just how different they all throw. That'll be a good video, comparing those three mid-ranges. All right, so for the cherry, I would not throw this in a headwind. Once I got a little more comfortable with it, if I needed that stand-up flight, I could throw it into a headwind with a little bit of hyzer, have it stand up, and see how it does there. But it definitely won't, if I'm throwing like a mint or peppermint if I'm throwing with any kind of headwind. If I've got tailwind, no wind, then the cherry is gonna be definitely good. I could see it for wooded shots because it's nice, controllable, and straight with a slow fade at the end. If I'm gonna have to, again, compare it to the peach and the cherry side by side, get out there and throw these to see just how different it is, since the numbers are so close, and it does feel like a very similar flight, but you might like the feel of the cherry in the hand more than the peach. So that's definitely something to check out. I'll do more videos where comparing the two different discs. That is if winter holds off for a little bit longer here in Oklahoma.